Old Grumpy Hunter here. Welcome back to the series of videos on the Death by Bunjie Old Grumpy Hunter Calculator Joint Project. In this fourth video, I'll be discussing reaction time calculator and both of the arrow drop between two distance calculators. Starting with the reaction time calculator, I need to let you know some things that are going behind the scenes. This one uses the same basic information as our simple ballistics calculator. It has a default value of 20 inches for the arrow, 0.346 inches for the arrow shaft, plastic vanes, vane length of 3.75 inches, and a vane height of 0.5 inches. This calculator is also based on the deer's reaction time to hearing a noise, which is approximately 0.1 seconds, which means once the deer hears the noise, it takes that long to get moving. This only measures drop distance based on gravity, and gravity is a constant at approximately 32 feet per second squared. The deer cannot pull themselves down to the ground. They just can't do it. They don't have any way to grab onto the ground. But they have fantastic ninja acrobatic skills, which means they can drop, duck, twist, and turn out of the way of your arrow. With this calculator, you put in your arrow's weight and your arrow's speed, and then select the yardage stops. Every yard for 60 yards, or every 5 yards for 120 yards. Let's look at some of the numbers based on the 400 rule from Rich's latest book, The Death by Bunjie Crossbow Method, Strategies for Crossbow Hunting Success. A link will be in the description. You see, at 20 yards, the arrow reaches the deer before it has a chance to start moving. The results are displayed in green, yellow, and red. The green are distances where the arrow reaches the deer before it has a chance to move. The yellow are distances that the deer is starting to move and can drop up to 8 inches in the yellow section. The red section, the deer has dropped more than 8 inches.
Why did you go out to 60 yards in 1 yard increments, where your other calculators that have that option only go out to 20 yards?
Our original version didn't have that, and while I was working on another video yet to be released, I came upon the idea that we needed to do this. I contacted Rich, suggested 40 yards. He replied back suggesting that we go to 60 yards and change the background for yellow in that section. The reason we went to 60 yards is there are many crossbows out there that are now pushing 500 feet per second. Let's move on to the two arrow drop between two distances calculator. They both provide the same information: the rise and fall at the shorter distance and the rise and fall at the longer distance. The complex version has 7 inputs: the initial speed in feet per second, the arrow weight in grains, the launch angle in degrees, the shaft length in inches, the shaft diameter in inches, the vane height in inches, and the vane length in inches. Besides that, there are 2 distance fields, distance 1 and distance 2. It does not matter which distance is the higher of the two. The calculator will figure that out. For those who want a quick and dirty way to do this, and I include myself in that many times, we have the simple arrow drop between two distance calculator. All you enter is your speed, your weight, and your 2 distances.
You have talked about the 2 arrow drop calculators, but why do I need that information?
It was our thought, by providing this information, you can get an idea of what's going on with your arrow between distances. Let's take a look again at the 400 rule with the arrow at 20 yards and the arrow at 30 yards. Assuming you're using the same reticle for both distances, you see that the arrow drops just over 3/4 of an inch. This is important for people who are using a single reticle scope or iron sights.
Thank you for watching this Old Grumpy Hunter presentation. Please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to push the notification bell.